everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, July 31st through Sunday, August 6th, 2017. For this week's weekly reading, we're going to be using the Fairy Tarot deck for your main message. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Angel Answers deck by Doreen Virtue. So before we get started, we need to take a look at your stones of choice for the week. So your first stone of choice is a clear quartz crystal. And the clear quartz crystal is something that intensifies the energy. It's a stone of intensification. So whatever your intentions are, whatever it is that you desire, you can actually program this type of a crystal for anything that you want it to do. So again, it's going to intensify and magnify the energy of any stones that you put it around, of your intentions, or any kind of emotion or thought form that you attach to it. Your second stone of choice is Spectrite. And Spectrite is actually a form of labradorite. And labradorite is a stone that is of otherworldly qualities. So therefore Spectrite is the same. It's going to help you get in touch with otherworldly guides from other dimensions of time and space. And the Spectrite is said to be even more intense than the labradorite. This also is going to help you connect with multi-dimensional levels and aid your shift in consciousness. And then your third stone of choice is Selenite. And Selenite is a beautiful, uplifting, high vibrational stone that helps you to get in touch with the angelic realm, to receive messages from your angels and guides. It also helps to connect you with past lives and future lives as well. Now, all three of these stones are high vibrational stones this week, and the reason for that is I chose those higher vibrational stones because this week we have Uranus going retrograde, and we'll get to that in a minute as far as talking about the astrology for the week. But Uranus is that higher vibrational God-mind energy. Uranus also has that quality of quick, direct, decisive or redirectional, unexpected, lightning bolt types of changes and transformations. And this is one of the reasons why I chose for our special message card this week the deck of Angel Answers, because that Angel Answers deck is going to give you very quick and concise messages. So you might want to think about, you don't have to, but if you have a question in mind, you might want to formulate that question in your mind and see what your message will be once we get to those cards of choice, depending on your stone of choice. Now again, if you don't have a direct question, that's okay too. We'll just see what comes up and we'll see how our angels and guides interpret it. So let's talk about the astrology for this week. We start out on Monday the 31st with Venus, the planet that rules love, relationships, finances, money. It also rules our self-worth, our energy of self-worth or self-worthiness. Venus also rules the divine feminine energy, the feminine energy on the planet, as well as within ourselves. Venus is moving into the sign of Cancer on Monday. So this is actually a pretty nice placement for Venus because, again, Venus is all about love and the divine feminine, and she's moving into that Cancerian water energy, which is all about emotions and feelings and home and family and love and nurturing types of energies. Now, she's going to be in the sign of Cancer until August 25th, so not quite a whole month, but almost. And again, some of the shift of focus with Venus in Cancer may be regarding home and family matters, or again, matters of connecting with your own divine feminine energies and nurturing yourself and loving yourself with that Cancer type of energy. Now we're going to skip to Thursday the 3rd, and this is probably the highlight of the week, I think. And this is where Uranus goes retrograde at 28 degrees of Aries. Now again, just to recap, Uranus is the higher God mind energy. It's higher vibrational, inspirational energy. It's lightning bolt directiveness. It comes in with sudden and unexpected redirections or sudden and unexpected circumstances and situations at times. It almost again has that very quick and fast and decisive type of energy to it. And this is about the rebel. Uranus is the rebel planet that rules by its own rules. It beats to the beat of its own drum. It's very independent, it's very freedom oriented, and it's very unique and very unusual sometimes in its energy vibration. Now, Uranus going direct on Thursday, we're going to feel this probably right at the beginning of the week. We may even feel it from last week to where it's going to heighten that kind of buzzing sort of energy. Again, it's a higher vibrational planet, so you might feel this buzzing energy course through your physical body. It might be a little bit more difficult to sleep as Uranus is slowing down to turn retrograde. We might have lots of ideas flooding into our consciousness, a lot of inspirational, visionary kinds of thoughts and ideas that come in. So it's a good time to act on those. Again, it's very freedom oriented. So it's about breaking free of restrictions, limitations, or anything that holds it back. Uranus wants its freedom. It wants its independence, especially in the sign of Aries. So again, we're going to be feeling this build up all of this week. Even after it turns retrograde for another couple of days, it's going to be intensified during this time period. On Friday the 4th of August, we have Jupiter, which rules our belief systems and the expansion principle, and it's going to be in a challenging aspect to Pluto, which rules our subconscious and death and rebirth and transformation and transmuting lower vibrational energies. Now, Jupiter is in the sign of Libra, has been since last fall, and it will be in Libra until this fall. October, I believe, is when it moves out of Libra. But Jupiter in Libra is about expanding our perceptions and belief systems in regards to our sense of balance, equality, and harmony, as well as our relationships and partnerships. With this challenging square aspect to Pluto, it's really going to push the envelope as far as transformation and change within ourselves and our perspective about ourselves, but also again within relationships because of Jupiter being in that sign of partnerships, that sign of Libra. Now, if we back up again to Uranus going retrograde on Thursday and now Jupiter squaring Pluto on Friday, and even Saturday and Sunday we have the moon connecting with Pluto and connecting with Jupiter, and then connecting with Uranus. I really feel like there may be some changes in relationship dynamics, in our own sense of individuality, self-sufficiency, independence, and again, this aspect of needing or wanting or desiring more freedom in our lives. Now, this could be freedom in our work or career life. It could be freedom in family. It could be freedom in relationships, or just freedom in our destiny path and who we want to be and how we want to express ourselves. So look to a lot of changes this week. I also have to make mention that Monday, August 7th, which will be, of course, next week's reading, we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 15 degrees Aquarius with the moon, with the sun being at 15 degrees of Leo. So we have that Aquarius-Leo energy. And it's going to be really close to Mars. I don't want to talk too much about it now because it is a part of next week, but because it's on Monday, again, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're in that kind of dark of the moon phase, we're actually in that phase right before the full moon, so opposite from the dark of the moon. It's actually in its full expanse of light, okay? So as we near this full moon lunar eclipse, there's going to be a lot of changes through the month of August, through the month of September, bringing in these eclipses that are coming up. Later on in August, we have the new moon solar eclipse on the 21st of August. So this is highlighting a lot of change and redirection, and I think this Uranus going retrograde on Thursday is kind of, if you want to call it, a precursor to some of this change energy that we're going to be witnessing and experiencing throughout the next few weeks. Okay, so let's take a look at our cards for this week and see what our angels and guides have to say. So the first card, okay, we have Major Arcana number 15. And this is, actually it's the Devil card in the traditional tarot deck, and that's not meant to be anything scary, because the Devil card in the traditional tarot deck is not about an entity. It is about an energy, and that energy is, again, the ego mind, the fears, the doubts, the illusions of the ego mind. And that's why in the fairy deck it's called ego. Now the message at the bottom says the illusion of being trapped, because that's what our ego does. Our ego oftentimes causes us to feel in a state of being trapped or doubtful or lacking in trust and faith as to what's happening in life and where we're going in life and what we can accomplish in life. It goes on to say, placing too much importance on material items, again, another thing that we do with the ego, and getting caught up in fear and worry. So again, this is fears about money, finances, abundance, prosperity. It's fears as far as who we are out in the world or what we thus far have been able to manifest or experience in our lives, and maybe again feeling lacking in vitality or lacking in worthiness, or feeling fearful and doubtful about getting to our goals or manifesting our dreams. And again, this is all that illusion of the ego mind. The ego mind comes in and puts forth all of these doubts. And why do we call it an illusion? Why do we say that this ego of ours, this ego mind, is about illusion? And that is because the truth of the reality is that we are all a part of God's source energy. We're all a part of that divine power. We're all a part of the infinite abundance of the universe. And if we can regain that idea, that connection, that knowingness, that we are a part of this infinite abundance and prosperity of the universe, a part of the unconditional love of the universe, a part of that God source energy where magic happens. We're a part of that. We have that within us. And if we know that and realize that, we know that anything is possible, that we can create, co-create with the divine creator, anything in our lives, that our dreams, our hopes, our wishes, our desires, we can bring them into reality. And again, the ego, as coming up here in this week, and I feel like, again, this is partly because we're nearing that full moon lunar eclipse. We've got Jupiter in a challenging aspect to Pluto himself. Pluto, death and rebirth and transformation and change. Pluto's the ruler of the underworld where all these fears lie. And then, of course, Uranus retrograde, which is going to cause a lot of chaotic energies around us. With Uranus going retrograde, I would suspect that people, if they're not balanced and they're not grounded, are going to be acting a little bit chaotically, maybe a little strangely during the week. And again, that can cause a lot of fears as well. So this again is an energy that may in fact come up, but again, it's not a part of our truth. Now let's go ahead and turn over the second card and see what further information we can gain for our week ahead. Okay, so the next card is the Eight of Spring. And the Eight of Spring is the Eight of Wands in the traditional tarot deck. And whenever we have the Eight of Wands, we can expect energies, situations, circumstances to really be heightened, again, to be a little bit chaotic, to be coming in from all different directions. Now, this isn't necessarily a negative. This can be a very positive thing, too, meaning that there can be a lot of positive potentials and opportunities and inspirational ideas, again, that come in with the Eight of Spring. The message at the bottom actually says, stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking. Sudden events or changes. That's definitely Uranus in a nutshell. So it's very interesting, very timely that the Eight of Spring comes up in this reading. This is the Uranus turning retrograde. This week is going to be a little chaotic and full of changes and full of redirections, but they don't have to be bad or negative or scary. In fact, they're full of potential to be positive and exciting, adventurous and uplifting. So be open to that. Be open to the universal flow of guidance the universal flow of energies. Be open to the messages from the universe, from your angels and guides. In the Eight of Spring card here, we have a fairy, and there's there's 8 little explosions of energy around her. That's the way I look at this. 8 little explosions or balls of energy around her. So again, this can be inspirational ideas. This can be out of the blue sudden redirections. But if you think about these kind of balls of energy, they look like fireworks, and fireworks are enjoyable. Fireworks can be exciting. You know, they bring surprise energy dynamics. And again, look at the surprise energy dynamics. Be open to them. Welcome them in. Ask them to be, changes that are in your highest and best interest. And then see what happens. Let go and see what happens. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last card for the week. Okay, the last card is the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Beautiful. Major Arcana number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. And it says at the bottom, delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. A new car or travel. Actually, it says it there at the bottom. But sudden and unexpected good luck. I want to say sudden and unexpected changes. Sudden and unexpected opportunities. Sudden and unexpected events. Now again, some of these events may appear as challenges. Just like that event that I went through back in May with the fire where I live displacing me. Now, that was a challenging event, but it was full of potential. It was full of potential movement and an opportunity to change things in my life. And that's the way I want all of you to look at whatever happens in this week. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning, okay? This means there's a karmic shift of energy that's happening. And it's interesting, again, this is the last card for this week. And next Monday, August 7th, we have that full moon lunar eclipse, okay? Which is the heightening of an energy, an intensification of an energy. The eclipse makes it even more powerful. And it's going to, throughout the weeks, as we move forward, it's going to continue to change things, to redirect our lives, to bring in new potentials and opportunities as we move forward. So this to me is a very positive reading, a very exciting week. And I look forward to seeing the potential. The other thing is I'm almost setting this card back down, is I see butterfly wings right here. And if all of you or some of you have watched my latest soul reflections video, and if you haven't, you can go to my YouTube channel under Colleen Lemma and watch that latest soul reflections video I did a week or 2 ago. And at the end, there's a beautiful butterfly that came across my path, and I kind of interspersed that into the video at the end. And the butterfly is a totem of new birth, new opportunities. So very positive reading, very positive messages. Now let's see what your special message card is depending on your stone of choice. So remember, if you have a question in mind, the Angel Answers deck is a deck that usually gives us very concise information and answers. So this one is going to be for the clear quartz crystal people. Wow, I love it. Big happy changes, okay? Big happy changes are on the way. This makes me feel like the Wheel of Fortune again. The Wheel of Fortune usually means there's a turn of the karmic wheel, a karmic shift of energy that's going to bring in these big happy changes. And look at this. We have a wonderful angel or fairy or a woman here. She's standing with her arms outstretched to the sky. She's surrounded with golden white light. She's got a rainbow of energy around her. And she just looks so happy and so joyous that these changes are coming in. Now, you might not see all the changes this week, but know that based on whatever your question was, maybe you have a question about, should I take this different, career path, or this new opportunity, or should I move, or should I take a new job, or what have you. I would say to that, the answer is probably yes, and that's going to bring these wonderful, happy, joyous changes into your life. And again, you can see by the image of this card that it's going to be a very, very beneficial thing. All right, for those of you that chose the Spectrite, let's give this a shuffle and ask our angels and guides for the message for Spectrite. This one's popping up. Spectrite, listen to your intuition, okay? So your angels and guides are asking you, again, whatever your question was, you know deep inside, you have the answer deep inside yourself. And the trick is to go in through meditation, through centering yourself, through grounding yourself. Maybe you need to take a walk out in nature to kind of silence the mind and connect with those nature energies. That will help to kind of bring a peace and a calm and a balance within you, so that you can listen to your intuition, so that you can pay attention to what your inner knowingness is regarding your question. I feel like also something about opening the heart chakra here. We can see this beautiful green, emerald green light at the heart chakra with a golden white light emanating from it. If you focus on opening your heart chakra, that's also going to help you tune into your clairsentient abilities of feeling the answer, okay? Maybe you don't see clairvoyantly, or maybe you don't hear clairaudiently, but this can help you to feel what feels right. So again, let's say for instance you have two different paths that you could follow. Think about the one path or the one decision or direction, and how does that feel? Do you tighten up? Do you feel any kind of fears, or do you feel like a restrictive, limiting energy or a pushing back energy? That would probably mean no. Do you feel, when you think of one or either path, an expansive energy? A feeling of clarity and excitement and adventure and optimism? That's probably your yes answer. So listen to that inner intuition, okay? I feel like, again, the claircognizance energy is strong too. So the clairsentient energy of clear feeling, the claircognizant energy of just having, again, those inspirational knowingness, okay? That Uranus is really good. Uranus going retrograde is going to be really good for just a knowingness of what the right path or the right answer or the right decision is going to be. Okay, and then, and of course they're saying too that those of you that are just working on your destiny path or life path, whatever that might entail, that your messages are going to be very strong this week. Again, mostly from a claircognizant perspective. So listen to those divine inspirations, those flashes of insight. Okay, for those of you that chose the Selenite, okay, this one's calling my attention. Okay, 2 wants to come out, so I'm actually going to pull out both of these for Selenite, okay? And I wanted to go for this one, so I'm going to look at this one first. Okay, so interesting that actually it says no. All right, so whatever your question was, your angels and guides are saying no. Now, I don't want you to think that it's no forever, or that, it's an absolutely not, don't ever think about this again kind of thing. This might just be a divine timing thing. It might be that there's more information that you need regarding something before making the appropriate decision. And I feel like maybe this is why the second card came out. Oh, I can't believe this. I just kind of peeked at the second card. Okay, the second card says, get more information. I just can't even believe that that actually happened with both of those cards coming out like that. So the first card was no. The second card, get more information. Okay, again, it doesn't mean that it's an absolute, okay? It just means wait a minute. Okay, that's what I'm feeling, is that it's wait a minute, you need more information, you don't have all the puzzle pieces. We have, more things to kind of guide you to or give you messages about. You need to research a little bit more before you make a decision. Also, they're saying to me as I'm saying this that we are going into a Mercury retrograde cycle for the month of August. So the no also is in relation to maybe taking action right now and waiting until after Mercury retrograde is over with, which will be towards the middle of September, first week or second week of September. Mercury will be in direct motion and out of its shadow, and then the answer may then potentially be yes. Plus, again, you're going to get more information in the meantime that might change your mind about something or redirect you in some way, shape, or form. So again, don't give up all hope. I think that, again, it's a matter of timing and getting, again, more information before making a final decision. Okay, so I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. The monthly angel card reading, if it's not already up on my YouTube channel, will be up very shortly, very soon. So make sure you're looking out for the monthly angel card reading for the month of August. And I want to thank all of you who subscribe and share and comment on my videos and on my Facebook posts as well. Thank you very much for all of your support. I send you all much love and light and many, many angel blessings.